First video in the timeline is 7, which takes place in 1513. And this video is supposed to represent humans during that time that have committed one of the 7 deadly sins and have been turned into animals and then went to hell. And, well, yeah, that's it. If you want to see some of the video, look. One of my interesting videos. The next video in the timeline, the second one, is my shortest video. Now this takes place in 1885, around 300 years from the other one. So my shortest video, yeah, it has nothing. It's just 0.18 seconds. Yeah, it says 1, but YouTube can't do the 0.18 thing. But yeah, this takes place in 1885. The next video in the Masline timeline is running to a tree and kicking it. Now, this is just supposed to represent, well, a kid doing random stuff. Because there was no technology, so he ran to a tree and kicked it. 1890. Because he didn't have anything else to do, so in 1890 he just ran to a tree and kicked it. And that just explains that. The next one in the Masline timeline, the fourth one, is Every Day's a Bad Day When You're With Me, showing that the effects of boredom going throughout because there's not much to do during this time. It's just supposed to take place in like a farm, and he's now singing to a wall because he's so bored.
Every day's a bad day when you're with me.
With idiotic lyrics because he has like nothing else to do. And this takes place in 1904. The fifth one in the timeline is Dead People Are Alive, ha ha ha. Now this is going through the time of the Masline era where people are really bored. So they start owning cats and pets to keep themselves entertained. But after a few years that isn't enough. So now they're singing the idiotic lyrics in front of the cat.
Dead people are alive, ha ha ha.
You get the point. And so that is supposed to take place in 1913. The next one in the series is the Trapped series. Now, the people are just starting to wander off into different territories. And this child gets kidnapped.
Help. Help.
And this applies to all of the Trapped videos. And, well, they just start getting kidnapped. A lot of people just start getting kidnapped because they're getting so bored. They're trying to explore other regions outside their area. And in Trapped 3, he dies. The child. He falls into the fire. So we know that we cannot see that child again. I mean, that sounds pretty stupid, but that means in every other video, that child is nowhere to be seen. That means he cannot be the how-to guy. A lot of other people Masline, he can't be him. So they all take place in 1935. The seventh one in the timeline is Kittens. Now, this takes place after the kidnapping, a year after it, and now people are scared to go outside and just remain in their homes. They're still just doing the random stuff they do, like this, with cats and pets and stuff, because they're so bored. Now, this takes place in 1936. The next one in the series is locust pods. And now people are starting to get outside again, knowing that just don't wander far off from your home. And so they start collecting stuff and seeing these new things. The new things, obviously, being these locust pods. So they start collecting and stuff, and they're just doing these random things because they're all stupid now, pretty much. But not just that, they're fearing about the outside world. All they really know of is that world and their work and stuff and other homes. But they don't wander too far off because they don't want to get kidnapped again. Because there's a lot of people in the Masline timeline that was kidnapped. This is not the real world. This is a different world. So, I forgot to tell you. And now people are just doing these random things out of boredom. This takes place in 1938. The next video is how to cross a street. Now, people are still doing these random things, but this one guy, the how-to guy, finds something. Now, while he's doing these dumb things like crossing a street, the street is that it can teleport you. He's amazed by this fact because the hand gesture, and he's like, because nothing this strange has happened before. It was different. It was boring in the world. But now the teleport road is giving them more interest, and now they know all these new things. So now all this like magic comes into the world, and people are starting to discover it. First one being the how-to guy, of course. And he's starting to get used to this. By the end of the video, we can see him crossing the other road to get to the other side of the other road. All the roads in the Masline timeline can teleport you. So you have to do that like every time. He's pretty satisfied that he can do this. That he's now learning this. And then people are out of this boredom phase. This takes place in 1945.